Hold
Off
up.
with the question?
Yeah. Just kind of, you can talk into it.
Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Say it again.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Yep, you're good. I'm guys.
Alright.
I guess I'll get the ball rolling. Olivier, what's happening, man? This is Antoine Hoffman representing Inside the Standoff with Ant Hoffman by way of WBGRs and We Believe in God Radio. So my first question for you is, given that you're French Canadian and, given, the climate of MMA there, did you have the opportunity to train with the likes of George St. Pierre and Rory McDonald? And what was that like? What did you learn from them? And how did you implement the things that you learned from them into your game and make it, a regular part of your game?
Yeah, like I had the pleasure to train with them.
Yes.
I mean, Rory now is retired, so we don't train anymore.
Right.
Back in the day, I trained with him for all his Southpaw Open. So I was there for this big fight against Robbie Lawler.
Oh yeah.
I was hitting some punches from him, and I really thought he was ready. And he almost did it, but it's the game. And of course, GSP. I trained with him too. I guess Anthony Hendricks and all those guys, all the Southpaw. So yeah, I mean, I started MMA because of GSP. I saw him on a TV show, and I was like, oh, let's try this thing, called MMA. And I'm wondering sometimes if people like see me on TV and say the same thing about me. Right. Let's try this thing called MMA. Awesome. And then there's another question that I ask myself, because I started MMA because of GSP, but probably like 500 people started MMA because of GSP. So how many concussion did it give to those people?
Right.
Like I'm the one that made it, but like all those other guys. So am I good for society, like for the world?
Right.
Did like 200 people start MMA because of me and got concussed? So I don't know if I'm I have those kind of questions in my head, I guess.
One more question.
What was the question?
So I actually have one more question. No, you answered him perfectly. You did great. I actually have one more question, and I'm not sure if this is, within your jurisdiction, but just as one.
Bro, don't ask me something
No,
political.
I'm not gonna get too. No, I'm not gonna get political. I don't do politics.
Oh, yeah.
Given that both UFC and PFL are covered by ESPN, how do you feel about the possibility of a cross promotion between UFC and PFL, and we end the debate once for all as to who the true heavyweight champion is between John Jones and Francis Ngannou, since Francis technically walked away from UFC and was never truly defeated for the belt. He still technically is the GOAT heavyweight champion right now. So how do you feel about that possibility? Because there was an event where both Francis and Jones had a standoff and they were kind of promoting it. So I'm like, anything is possible. If they're both under the UFC media umbrella, why not do a cross-promotional event to let the world see who the true heavyweight champion in MMA is? What are your thoughts on that?
So if I'm a businessman, I wouldn't do it if I was the UFC.
You would not do it?
No.
Interesting. Why not?
Too risky.
Okay.
It's
respect.
Too risky for the business.
Okay.
John Jones and Ngannou never fought, so UFC can still say that John Jones is the best in the world.
True.
He's the baddest man alive. UFC is so much bigger right now from PFL, but the thing is, I think PFL in a couple of years is going to be really dangerous for UFC. So probably in a couple of years it would make more sense if they are equal. We know now that the UFC is going into a trial, so let's see what's going to happen after that. But if they lose that, PFL is going to be up there with them, So it's going to be really interesting in the couple next months, next year, to see what's going to happen with the competition.
Yes.
And the two, we're not full, UFC don't like this thing. They were used to be the only one, but they are not anymore. And I think PFL is doing a pretty decent job to get some people. I mean, we are talking about Ngannou, but personally, I think the best move they did is the dumping, the French dude.
Yes.
Bro, this guy.
He's a dog. No
Yeah,
question.
this guy.
He's a dog.
Like, he's not known that much, but in France, but he have the Conor McGregor thing.
Yes.
You know?
That whole Conor McGregor appeal,
The
where
whole
like
Conor
the whole
McGregor
nation
thing.
follows you.
Yeah, the nation follow
like
him.
Cultural, like
Exactly,
like
and
cultural
how he
personality
entertain
type of, yes, absolutely.
personality, everything, and PFL have him.
Yes.
And we didn't see him everywhere. So if Cedric do well in the couple 2 years,
Yeah.
if he win the tournament, if he winning the tournament is going to be hard for him. Don't be fooled, you know. But if he does this and still be entertaining like he was in his last fight with the crowd and everything,
Right.
so this guy's going to be one of the biggest stars in the world, and he could possibly be like the thing that the UFC don't like more
Yes.
than Ngannou, actually.
Absolutely.
You know?
See, I'm not the pot stirrer that Ariel Helwani is. See, I told you, no politics. No, shout out to Ariel Helwani. I do love him. That's my guy. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
I got one for you. Eric with Watch Multimedia,
Yes.
YouTube, the Grind channel. My question for you is, it's two questions. How did you get the name Canadian Gangster? And what do you see yourself doing
He's impressed with your
I love that
question.
name.
And what do you see yourself doing after PFL? This is your last fight.
Yeah, well, you know what we say, you know, the name choose you, you don't choose the name, so I don't know what to answer, you know, I guess people thought I was truly a gangster, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And for after the PFL, you know, I'm gonna take a break first. I need a break. And after that, I don't know, to be honest. I think I would be good with the media. I mean, I have a barrier with you guys because I speak in English and it's not my first language. And sometimes what I say doesn't really represent what I meant to say. But I think in French I would be really good. I think last year, since I did a lot of interview in French and people saw them, you know, I think people got entertained a little bit in Quebec. So that would be a great thing because you know I'm a lazy person. That's why I'm doing MMA. I like to do what I love. You know, I like to train.
That's right.
Work a little bit, 15 minutes, and then win my money. You know, I don't look. I did it. You know, like I work 9 to 5. I did it. I kind of liked it, but not every day. That for me, every day it's not possible. I like to pass time with my family. I like to have time for myself. So I like those kind of work that you have to show up for 2 hours. I'm gonna give you my time. I'm gonna give you my expertise, and I'm gonna get paid for that. But I'm not gonna work for 5 to 9. So that's my plan. So a lot of people are asking me if I'm gonna be a coach. I think I would be a great coach, but bro, I see what my coach do, like Richard Ho, and he's always there. You know, he's always gone. It's more demanding than being an athlete. Being a coach is really underrated.
Olivier, Ryan Rappaport, Fight Capital. Congratulations, 2023 playoffs, championship, you're back again. As a key figure in the league, can you talk a little bit about the PFL's format with the seasons and how that structure has benefited the fighters from a training and competition perspective?
Well, the format is surprising. Like the first year, last year, I was really surprised how hard it was. And I think a lot of people that come from the UFC, that come from other place, got surprised too. I think we can see this year, you know, in Shane Burgos. I think he got a little bit surprised that, yeah, I want to fight every 2 months, and then you do it, and I'm like, oh, maybe not 2 months. You know? So it's hard, and to do it twice, I think do it once is hard. Do it twice is insane, you know. Like I said the last year, like the reason why I did it this year, I don't know, maybe I'm stupid, but like I finished at 2 months, and then I was going to fight Shane Burgos in 2 other months. There was no break. I went to Mexico for a week. Yeah, cool. It was nice, you know. Like I got some tan, but after that I had to go back in training camp. So it was really, really hard. And this year I changed my training camps for that. not saying I was not hurt a little bit, you know. I got hurt, I think, 2 fights ago. But it was so much better than last year. Last year I was hurt every single fight. I heard that I cannot even spar a week before the fight, so so it was crazy, you know, to fight every 2-3 months. It's a format that is really hard. It's fun though, you know. You feel like you're doing like in a movie when you're a young kid, you know, with Jean-Claude Van Damme, you know, those kind of movie that's a tournament. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Those movies, it's every day. You know, us, it's 2 months. It's a little bit better, but the format is really hard, and that's what I say to everybody. You know, if you're a champion in PFL, doesn't mean you can be a champion in UFC, and if you're a UFC champion, doesn't mean you can be a PFL champion. So you have to be smart about that. You know, there's the fights and there's outside of the fights, and I think both of them in PFL are really important.
We've talked about George and how he's been an amazing mentor for you. How has his guidance impacted not only your ability in the ring, but also outside of the ring? And are you taking anything from his entrepreneurial stuff that he's out there doing?
Well, you know, he's bullying me. He's a freaking guy. I'm telling you, like I won the PFL belt last year, and 2 weeks in, it was like, you're too fat, like you have to. No, that's not possible. You know, you have to be more active. I was like, bro, like I fought like all years, and then you're telling me that, like, no, but you have to start again, training like right away. And at that point, I didn't know if I was going to do the next year's season, so I was on vacation. But this freaking guy was telling me that to come start training again like crazy, you know. So I mean, he's intense. This guy never stopped training. He's still training every day, and yeah, he's partying, as we can see in his social media, and but he's still training every single day. So it's interesting, and I mean, we are really different person. So for me, it's hard to say, yeah, I'm gonna do what you do. You know, he's crazier than me. I'm a little bit easier. Life is easy, you know. Don't worry about that. I joke a lot. You don't always understand why when I joke, so I think sometimes you think I'm serious. But I mean, he's a great mentor. I think slowly my style is looking a little bit like his style, and I mean, I'm proud to call him a friend.
That's great. And last one. November 24th, there's a lot at stake, you know, not just $1 million, but the bragging rights coming back the second time there. Can you just talk a little bit about how these stakes and your preparation has been leading up to it, and are the brand sponsors supporting you throughout this whole thing and helping you get there as well?
You know, last year I was really stressed about that, and you know, like the $1 million, the belt, everything could change my life, you know. And even the week before the final, I was kind of sad, you know, because I was seeing my old life ending and my new life starting. So it was a weird feeling, because of course I want to win this, but I was sad that my old life would finish, and that's what happened. You know, I won the $1 million, but not a lot of things changed actually. You know, I didn't really use the money. So I was good with that. Nothing changed. Like I didn't buy crazy stuff. I didn't really care. But the thing is, a lot of sponsors came in. You know, I'm sponsored by cybersecurity, by a suit company, Operative Gentleman, by Recap, like an energy drink. So it's really nice. Even like betting, you know, Bet99 sponsored me too. So it's nice to have a lot of sponsors now, and it's easier to get them now too. So thank you for encouraging me.
No, because as a fight fan, I found it like it came off. It was giving dictatorship, if you will, because I'm like, okay, yeah, they get a base, you know, fighters get a base salary, yeah, okay, but I mean. And these fighters are underpaid. Like, allow them to have outside sponsorship. Like, I miss the Pretoria days. I miss the, you know, days of tap out and other old, like even, you know, on a more home-based note, like when you think about a guy like a Mike Easton who used to fight for UFC, the Incredible Hulk, and one of his advertisers is my big bro from Delaware State, Renee Sebastian, who was like, you know, fashion designer. Like, allow these fighters to generate money. Like, don't be a dictator, Dana White. Ooh, did I call his name? Oops. But anyway, yeah. So,
but even that, like, you know, like I have my sponsor on my shirt.
Yes.
During the fight.
Absolutely.
But I have sponsor outside the fight.
Right.
Fight. So that's really nice, you know. And
it is.
I think it would not be possible if I was not a champion. And like you said, my life changed, you know. Now you know, I think in the beginning people want to see themselves on TV.
Yes.
And at some point they want to see you represent their company, you know. So they want you on their website, they want you on their social media. So it's nice to see the switch in between company that want to help you and company that want your help.
Yes.
You know. So I feel right now I'm sponsored by a company that want my help.
Yes.
And like I'm gonna be always like really humbly humble to the company that helped me before. You know, that they knew that nothing would happen if they sponsor me, but to help me get my dream achieved. You know, so I really respect them. But I'm happy that right now it's the opposite, that I can help those. So,
Thanks, Chad. Yeah, and I'll make sure to give them all a shout out too. So,
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yes,
Are there any other questions?
One quick question. How you doing? Not only from the Knockout Friday, take a step back from the man behind the guns. Let's go a little bit personal. What is something that you like to do that maybe we don't know about the fight game? What other interests, when you're not, punch people in the face, do you have outside the gym?
Well, I'm I don't use like like nothing changed like in my life, but I always like good restaurant, good wine. I really like all the stuff that people make with love. You know, could be like knife. You know, like knife makers, like a really good one that have a lot of expertise. I'm happy to pay more for a knife that made from someone than a knife that I don't know, made by a machine. You know, so it's the same thing with everything. About wine, I like to help anybody that make good wine with passion. Food, same thing. And we are really lucky in Montreal. We have great foods, you know, and a lot of those restaurants are my friends. So I think those stuff, it's really important in my life. And for some reason, I really like a quiet life. You know, I like to do the thing in at my place. You know, watch the stuff, take a walk, have fun with my kid, play video game. I need some vacation. You know, I want to play my Xbox. Like they all say that Red Dead Redemption 2 is really good, but fuck, that's what, 10 years ago? I never made it. Like,
I haven't finished it.
So I have to finish that. So I'm looking forward to play a lot of those games when I'm gonna be in vacation. You know.
Yes.
Elder Ring, I heard it's super good too. I had time to finish The Witcher though. That was good. So I'm looking forward to do all those stuff, you know, video game, eating good food, passing time with my family, with my friends. I have no friends for 2 years now, so maybe I'm gonna have some friends after all this. And same thing with my family. You know, I have no family for 2 years now. So, you know, yeah, Christmas. Okay, yes, I see them, but now next year I'm looking forward to actually have vacation with them, you know, and go elsewhere with them. So looking forward to all of this. And for me, those are the important things in my I'm a easygoing guy, you know. Right now, I really like doing my little coffee. I bought this machine at my place, really nice machine, and I do my coffee. You know, I'm doing some rosetta for my girlfriend. She's really impressed. So yeah.
Perhaps during this vacation, maybe even a side podcast. You said you want to get media for finer foods, wines from the fight.
Yeah, maybe like a TV show like this. You know, I go see like a restaurant, and if the food is good, everything's good. But if the food is bad, I kick their ass, you know.
That's not it.
You know,
Like, I would watch it. Would you watch it?
And not only would I watch it, I would co-host with you because
Yeah,
I'm a fat boy. I love to eat, so I know some places.
And you know,
we can
you're
eat.
the judge. You're like this.
Yeah, thumbs
Ah,
up.
okay,
And if I give them the thumbs down, we put them in the Oma La Plata, and get them out of there. Yeah.
So something like this. Yeah, that would be great, you know. But one of the things I would like to do is to see our Canada. You know, we have an amazing country.
Yes.
And I would like to take a train and do all Canada, go see food, go eat food everywhere in Canada, and go train. You know, go see who's the fighter in Canada. So if PFL want me to try to find some good prospect in Canada and find a sponsor from a train company, why not? You know, why not?
How much weight you plan to gain after you're done fighting?
A lot.
What exactly do you plan to eat? What food do you
I
absolutely
hate to cut
have
it
to
off,
bench
but
on?
we're gonna have to cut it off.
Uh-oh,
So
we gotta
sorry.
cut it off, guys.
All the food.
Gotta get
I
back
love
to
it.
this.
I love it.